Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to go over the basic installation of xlwings. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our terminal here, and we're going to go ahead and create a virtual environment for installing all of the applications we need. So first thing we need to make sure we have is virtual env. That is a Python module, so pip install virtual env. As you can see here, I already have this requirement satisfied because I have it installed. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a directory for the virtual environment. mkdir is short for make directory, so I'm going to call this folder coding dojo. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the folder into a virtual directory by using virtual env and then the folder name. So I hit tab to autocomplete. So we have virtual env coding dojo. That will then create our virtual environment. And the next thing I need to do is activate the virtual environment by going into the directory, into the scripts folder, and then calling activate. Doing that, you'll see that we now have Coding Dojo here as our virtual environment, meaning that the virtual environment was started up correctly. Then personally, I like to just cd into this directory. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and install xlwings. So if we do pip freeze, what we'll see is none of the Python modules have been installed. So if we were to pip install xlwings, once this downloads, we can run that pip freeze again, and we'll now see that we have some modules here, xlwings being one of them. All right, so now that we have this installed, we can go ahead and fire up Python. That command might be Python 3 or just Python for you. And first, we're going to import xlwings, and we're going to call it xw. Next thing we can do is create a workbook. So bk equals xw.book, and this will create a new workbook. So you can see off to the right here, we have this new Excel workbook. So let me just resize some of these windows so we can see everything that's going on. All right, the next thing we need to do is create a sheet object so we can interact with the specific sheet. So I can go ahead and say sh equals bk, which was our book, and then sheets.active. So this will connect the sheet variable to the active worksheet. Now, if we want to see all the worksheets, we can do sheets, bk.sheets, and we'll see that it is a list here of our sheets. So we have the sheet 1 inside of book 1. Next thing we can do is give our sheet a name. So we can call it Coding Dojo. If I can type. So you can see right away that Coding Dojo has been renamed. Next, we can put a value inside of a cell by using the range function equals. And you can see it populated the sheet right away. We can add sheets, so I can go ahead and do bk.sheets.add, and we'll see now we have a sheet 2. We can give sheet 2 a name. Well, first we need to connect sheet 2, so we can say sheet 2 equals bk.sheets. Well, right now it's active, but we can also index it by the name. And just to verify, we can see that sheet 2 has been connected. So now we can say sheet2.name equals, we'll go ahead and call this one diagonals. And now what we're going to do is create an array of squares, and then we're going to put it along the diagonals of the worksheet. So A1, B2, C3, and so on. So to create our array, I'll just call it array equals I squared for I in range 100. Next, what we're going to do is use a for loop for I in range, we'll have to start at 1 because Excel starts at row 1, column 1, not row 0, column 0. So range 1 through the length of our array plus 1. And what we're going to do is on sheet 2, cell, so this is a different way to reference cells. You can give it a row and column number. So since we're doing diagonals, we'll do row I, column I. And then the value is going to be equal to the index position of the array minus 1. Since our for loop started at 1, the array index starts at 0. So we need to do that there. Once we do that, we can enter twice, and we'll quickly see that we now have our array kind of sprawled out there on the diagonals. So that's just kind of a basic demo on interacting with the spreadsheet. Additionally, we can save the workbook, so I can say bk.save, and I'll call this xlwings demo. We can then close the workbook. And now if we were to exit Python, we can ls, and we can see the wings demo file right there. There we go. And so there's the workbook we created right there. The last thing I'm going to go ahead and do here is deactivate the virtual environment. So the first thing I need to do is back out one directory, so I'm no longer in the virtual environment, and then I can just run the deactivate command. And now Coding Dojo here is gone from the command prompt. So I hope you found this video interesting and entertaining. If you have any cool xlwings tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments below. Look forward to seeing you in the next issue.